If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place, because March the 28th in Orlando, Florida, we have a live event, and it's called the ILF Tour Anywhere. And that whole tour is to show you guys that the ILF model works anywhere. We're currently in 41 states. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, we want to see you in Orlando, March the 28th, and you can visit ilfconsulting.org to get your ticket. You can also text the word learn, LEARN, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And welcome, everybody. Super glad that you guys are here. My name is Derrick Forston. I'm Mr. ILF, and my sole purpose in life is to teach you how to walk off of your job, especially if you're a nurse, LPN, CNA, or you're in healthcare. Now, we teach anybody, but we got a strong focus on the healthcare industry right now. Nurses, LPNs, CNAs, anybody that's in the healthcare industry, and you want to do more than just clocking into a job for 8 to 12 hours a day. We want to show you something that could possibly take you only 2 hours a day, right, and double your salary. And they're called independent living facilities. Ms. Shay, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. I'm Shanya Shea Forston. Geez, really?
You change your last name.
I'm telling you. Co-founder here at Forston Consultants and trademark holder with this amazing gentleman right here that you see. Also the founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that utilizes the ILF model as its primary income source to help facilitate change in our community. So again, I'm excited to be here, super excited about the March 28th event. If you haven't already gotten your tickets are limited. So make sure that you get them immediately by texting the word learn to 407-326-0086 and come on a journey with us. If you get the VIP ticket, you get to take a stroll and walk through one of my ladies' facilities. And we're taking you into the women's facility that we own. And the reason why we're doing that is because we want to show you the possibilities of ownership and how it allows you to do a lot more and you have a lot more flexibility. Okay. So Derrick, tonight's topic is a wide open one. This is something I think we talk about so often.
Talk about this for days.
And it's necessary to consistently and keep talking about, because I think people don't realize the significance of liability that's already in this niche that we serve, right? Liability is something that is inevitable in housing, period. And when you're talking about shared housing or the independent living facility model, it's even larger, right? So like there were some questions, and the topic tonight is how to avoid personal liability. And we're going to talk about that. Like we're going to go deep, but I'm going to let you start with that because it's something I do want to address that I actually addressed in our private community.
Okay.
But it was a comment that was made in the ILF Academy that I literally delved deep into in our private ILF Elite Academy, so that people can get a better understanding of that. But I do want to touch base on that tonight. But I do want you to start when we talk about how to avoid liability in this space. So talk about it. How do you do that?
And you know me, like before we even jump to that, right, I'm going to invite a lot of people because there's also a lot of nurses that are joining us tonight. We've invited a lot of nurses and LPNs and healthcare people. So let me do this first and just check the temperature of the room because I want to make sure I got the right people, right? Put in the chat a number 3 if you're a healthcare provider, nurse, LPN, CNA. Put in the chat if you've kind of been hearing me spew in the last few days that if you are a healthcare worker but want something more to life, come here. And also let me know if you're new to us. And then like, Derrick, I just discovered you in the last few days. Let me know again if you're completely new to us just by typing the word new in the chat. Let us know also where you're located. Now, because if we're all family, I'm going to jump right into this thing like Shay saying. But because I'm almost sure that we're going to have some new people tonight, I don't want to just jump into the meat of it before we give an introduction of what this is, who we are, and how this thing even works. So one more time, I'm going to let it go by about 10 seconds. Is anybody new to us? Type the word new in the chat. Because one more time, if nobody's new, we just going to jump right into it. And I'm going to let Shay address what she saw in that chat. I know Jermaine. I know Tiana. That's Jacksonville. I see Mills back with us again. My 3 and my 6N96369. Tess is from Raleigh. Larissa's from Ocala. I think she just came from the Facebook group.
Yep.
So I don't see anybody that's saying new. So let's just jump right into it. And just because I know a lot of people do catch the replay, one more time, really simple, guys. What you're getting ready to hear Shay and I talk about, we're the trademark owners of. These are not group homes. They're not ALFs.
Correct.
All those require a license and they have their place. We do something that's called independent living. And to make a long story short, God just blessed me, y'all, because he showed me a lady that was making 41 grand a month doing this. But she was housing people in rats and roaches. And when I saw that, I just said, why not me? But do it the right way.
Yeah.
So as that social worker, one more time, I was making $28,000 a year.
Correct.
And God messed around. I'm gonna use that word messed around and showed me a lady, y'all, living my dream. Have y'all seen people that was almost like doing something you wanted to do, but doing it the wrong way? Because I hope Shay and I are a great example for you all that want to do this the right way. But I saw a lady living my dream, y'all, doing this in rats and roaches and in filth and in grime. She had the beds on the floor, no sheets, no pillow, no comforter, no bed rails, just a mattress on the bare floor. And it was 3 sets of these, 4 sets of these in each room, mattresses stacked 3 high. I was like, oh my God. And then the day she showed me what she was making doing it, I almost fainted.
Exactly.
Because I don't hide that, y'all. Like, we don't talk about money a lot here because money follows ministry. Money also follows mastery. But when God showed me a lady making 41 grand a month, living my dream, but doing it the wrong way, I just said, God, can you help me get in it? I said, because God, if you let me get in it, I'll go all over the world sharing it. Not like this girl that said, Derrick, I'll never teach you this. Now, y'all, I'll admit, that's one thing I appreciated from that lady. She said, Derrick, I'll never teach you this. You keep sending me these people. So one more time, and that's why we always open up with, if you love God, love people, and always been trying to get into real estate, this is it. This is your next breakthrough because you don't have to own the property. Most of us rent and lease these properties. We connect with social workers and case managers to let them know that we provide affordable housing through a shared living environment, and we move good people in.
Correct.
And we pray that God keep us away from the knucklehead, the guy that don't want to change his life, the guy that want to skip out on the rent, the guy that want to sneak women through your window at 3 o'clock in the morning, the guy that want to use drugs and alcohol and don't want to change his life. That's the guy I'm praying God keep me away from. I don't want no parts of him. I want the guy that's praying every night, God, it must be more to my life, but I need a place to live.
Yeah.
Because God, if I get a good place to live, I can connect back with everything. God, I can get back closer to you because I ain't worried about then where I'm living. God, I can get back with family. I can connect back with my children. I can get back on medication. I can get off of drugs.
Yeah.
I can find a job.
Yep.
All of these things happen when I get the placement in place.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody? So here at Forston Consultants, we believe that if we get the housing right, everything else can just fall in place.
Correct.
So that's my intro. Last time, if you've dreamed to get into real estate, you generally got some patience for people. Watch this. If anybody ever told you, man, you ain't no people's person, you got a bad attitude. You always mad and upset.
You're short-tempered.
This may not work for you.
Yeah.
We're dealing with the people that are on the fringes of life. They've been through a lot of stuff before they meet you.
Yeah.
You need some patience and some grace. Can 5 of y'all type in the chat, we need to give grace? Guys, you're going to be some crummy people in this business. You're going to also meet a lot of people that's on the fringes of life, meaning they done made some mistakes in their past. Why you think I named my program Second Chance?
Yeah.
Because I understand everybody that I meet along the way, they need a second chance. And I want to be that guy. So I'm the in-between between an expensive group home that he don't qualify for in the streets behind a dumpster.
Correct.
I'm Mr. ILF. They can call me. So can 5 of y'all be like Mia and me and
they're
Tiana?
all doing it.
Can somebody tell me we got to learn to give grace?
We need to give grace. I see it.
Meaning when the guy call your phone and your rent $800, but he only got $780, we gonna let $20 stop this guy from being homeless?
Especially if he's the right fit.
Mia, that's called giving grace. Mia was the first one to put that. Mia understand that's called grace. Not, well, Derrick, you said we charge $800. Guys, he got $780. He's a great guy.
A great fit, yeah.
So don't let me get too far down that train because I come tonight to talk about personal liability and how do you avoid it. So last time I'll ask and I'll keep coaching. Who's new to us? Anybody completely new to my coaching or Shay and I? Just type the word new in the chat.
Yeah.
And I'm actually let Shay go first on that story that she want to share, and then she can tie that into the general liability, or how do we avoid the liability.
Yeah.
So one more time, right before I give it over to Shay, put in the chat if you're new to us, because when Shay starts to speak, I want her to be able to greet y'all. Type in the chat new, and then type where you from. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we coming right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. And again, thank y'all so much. Shay, take it over. But Shay, let's pretend people don't know you. Reintroduce yourself.
Absolutely.
Tell them what kind of program you got, who you house, and go right into that story and tie it into life.
So again, I'm Shay Forston, and I am the founder of the Angela Denise Foundation. That is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And we utilize the ILF model as one of our primary programs. That is also the program that helps us to really leverage grants and donations.
Okay.
And that's because we can show consistency in our giving or our income, in our income from our charitable standpoint. And not only that, but people think that is such a significant difference in how I run the Angela Denise Foundation housing, and then how you run the Second Chance housing aspect. And that's a for-profit. And honestly, guys, I use the exact same model. Nothing given, nothing taken away. The assessment is still very similar, the same. My rules and regulations are exactly the same. My policies and procedures are exactly the same. So there's nothing that is different in that aspect of how I do things, but there are differences in the way I allocate money or utilize funding, how I get funds. Prime example, I've got a grant coming in. I'll fill y'all all in on that. Already told that we've already been issued the grant. We just have to submit the application. Powerful how you can receive a grant without even going through the application process, but being told, hey, you guys are in, go ahead and submit the application. So those are some of the things that are different, right? I have partnerships with organizations, with physicians and other people that have, influence. And that is how, because of the sustainability, right? The management of money through the nonprofit, because it's not mine, through the nonprofit shows the trust factor that the Angela Denise Foundation has to do right with the funds that we obtain. So that's a little bit about the Angela Denise Foundation. If you're interested in going nonprofit, I do have a Know Before You Go nonprofit course, and you can text the letters NPO, the initials for nonprofit organization, to the number that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and that's 407-326-0086. And you can purchase that, get to understand the nuances and the things that go on in the behind the scenes. For those that have already purchased that program, there will be an upload, and that is the new workbook that is going to coincide with the course. And for those that purchase it, it will also be available in the next couple of weeks. So just be mindful that there is a working aspect that'll help you manage your processes as you're going and building your nonprofit. It's not just, hey, let me tell you by you watching a whole bunch of videos, but let's put that pen to paper and put actionable steps into you formulating that nonprofit that you want to build and support your community with. So, okay, that's a little bit about me. One of the things I want to talk about, and it's right on topic with today's topic, and it's how to avoid personal liability. What people don't realize, and I said it at the beginning of us starting this live, is that liability is going to come with any business that you own or operate. Now, how you choose to alleviate you, the person, from the liability, and the entity that you steward or operate is going to be solely up to how you're doing business, right? For one, we don't do business as our name. We're not just Derrick and Shay out here housing people. We have entities, we have that corporate shield per se, and then we also have liability insurance. But not only does that help you avoid liability, you actually have to have policies and procedures in place that you implement and enforce on an ongoing basis. What I'm seeing a lot in the ILF Academy is a lot of loose organizations, right? Or businesses. People are just wanting to formulate an LLC and throw people in a house. They're not adequately uh, doing assessments or, doing the process that's necessary to make the appropriate decision on who they are housing. And that is one of the biggest issues that I see on a consistent basis. And that is why you're going to start seeing a lot more regulation and rules coming and governance because of the raggedy business practices. And I'm just going to call it what it is, right? Raggedy business practices and people doing stuff haphazardly or with the money hungry mindset. Now, with that said, there was a question that came in about housing parents with minors. That is one of the biggest ways to step on a minefield and explode everything that you're operating for, right? That you're trying to build. And I'm not saying that that is not a need that needs to be met. It is, but there is.
I think that needs to be clearer.
Go ahead.
Meaning, people are trying to put complete families, women and children, inside of a shared living environment with other grown people.
Exactly. Right. So thank you. And that is one of the biggest ways to get yourself in a lot of trouble. What I tell people all the time, I've mentored some people 100%. Mia said 18 and older. Correct, because they're technically considered, adults. But what you have to realize is that I've mentored a lot of people in this space, and I've seen a lot of people go wrong and go rogue and end up in the wrong. And one of the things you want to realize is that the populations that we serve may not have it all together mentally, physically, emotionally. And because they're fostering relationships with the other people that's being housed, there's a tendency to have such a high value of trust in the people that they're rooming with or in that communal living space that they tend to do things like leave their kids, or, hey, I'll pay you to babysit, or, hey, can you do this? I'll be right back. What happens if someone falls asleep? And this is not me just saying if, because I've seen it. What happens if the child decides that they're going to cook because whoever you left them with doesn't feel like cooking and tells them, go ahead, do what you want to do. And then there's a fire. And I'm not talking this as a what if. We've experienced it. We've seen it. There's been people that we've had to be pulled into important meetings and conversations with our city because of their inability to really facilitate the ILF model and do it appropriately. And so that's why we say, if you're going to look at or want to house the single parent family, which we know, or that family that is in need, we know it's a need. We're not avoiding that need. There are different ways and processes to do so and do it effectively. And that is by one, mentorship. Like I have a mentor here locally, and that is all they do is house the single parent family or the struggling family, but it's so programmed. Like there is case management on site. There is all sorts of different things on site. Like prime example, they've got licensed child care.
Actual daycare
right, an actual daycare on site, a preschool on site, an elementary to high school on site. Like there are things that are already established within this organization that set these individuals up for success and not make it a hand out, but a true hand up. Like this program is so ironclad, Derrick, that it's 3 years long. They are obligated within the first 3 months to have employment, steady employment. Not only do they have to have steady employment, they sign away all of this stuff. So this is all in documentation. So nobody's being taken advantage of. And this is still an unlicensed model. So what else they're doing is they're enforcing the fact that these individuals, the parent has to have not only a checking account, but a savings account. The savings account, the information for the savings account is connected to the program, because the goal is within the 3 years, they're going to be set up to either purchase a home or be able to leave out of that program with at least a minimum of 2 years of their lease paid in full. So it is setting them up for success. And if you're not going to do that, you're going to be more of an enabler to a situation or circumstances that you cannot help them navigate out of. So not only that, but it is high liability. You don't know the background of the parent. You don't know the issues that has taken place prior to them coming and being housed with you, nor do you know how much children and families is involved in their situation and circumstances. So now when you're seeing that you're having a single parent family or family that has come into your ILF or shared housing space that has these things attached to them, or these organizations attached to them, and now you're bringing in other people with other issues, life issues, or medical and mental health issues, you're now really setting your organization up to be really hit hard in the event of, or when the event of harm or something happens. So that is one of the ways, Derrick, that people easily get in the chokehold of liability. And it's because they start engaging with the underaged individuals, even though they have the support of their parent. But you've got to be mindful, and you have to know all of the details that follow that in order to make, the appropriate protocol for this type of housing aspect. So I wanted to talk about that because it was a long dialogue in the ILF in the ILF Academy the other day about this, and I wanted to talk about it, but I don't do that on that forum because it goes a lot deeper. Like right now, I'm scratching the surface, and that is not something that I want to do and use so that people can take that information and run with it in the wrong way and still be set up for more liability. So that is the reason why I'm having this conversation today on this platform, because I know, people can understand that and be able to kind of decipher that and do as they please. But anyway, that's one of the areas. What would you say?
Wait, even before we just glance by that, put a number 1 in the chat if you guys would agree with what Shay just said. And let me give you the short, raunchy version.
Yeah.
I am not putting a lady and her 8-year-old daughter in a shared living environment with other adults, whether they're women or men, doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It's too much of a liability. That's what today's topic is.
Correct.
Because I'd have been through lawsuits, I'd have been on the Channel 8 news, all of that. It's not a great feeling.
It does not feel good.
And to me, that's just common sense. But what I may think is common sense, somebody may say, well, Derrick, I don't agree with that. So one more time in the chat, if you don't agree,
they're the ones
put a 0 in the chat, because not that we gonna jump all down your throat. No. I just want to see where you coming from and see, can we coach?
Yeah.
But so far, I'm only seeing ones in the chat.
And I'll say this too, Derrick. A lot of times there are people that are doing this and doing it successfully.
Doing what successfully?
They're housing women and children, or males
in
and their
own
children
home by itself, though,
in
right?
their own homes.
Not with other people.
No. In their own homes. So like prime example, even setting up for success. Like we're looking at multifamily, that the Angela Denise Foundation can really, get the grant, the funding, and all that stuff to help alleviate some of the financial aspect of things for those families to get up and on their feet. But again, there are people that are doing this and they're doing it the right way. Mm-hmm. Go and connect with those individuals. Learn and glean from those individuals so you can truly get a better understanding. Because what I think a lot of people miss in this is that, yes, Yes, we're providing housing, but the goal is to really set people up for success. We know that some people will end up being with us for long-term basis because of their disabilities or, their disadvantages mentally, physically, whatever that may be. But for those that can do, you want them to be able to do. And that is the biggest part of what we are to do as the housing providers, is encouraging them and helping them get access to the things that they need in order to make that change or that impact in their life for better. And that's what a lot of people fail to miss in this space. They think it's just housing. Yes, we just provide housing, but I can assign them or point them in the direction of employment counselors. I can, point them in the right direction for different, like the what is it, the labor ready, and all of these different things to help them get into that place of being better. And a lot of people don't do that. They just literally throw people in a house and that's it. I'm getting my funds and I'm out. And that's not what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be reacclimating people back into society. Where you have successful residents, you will have a successful housing program. And for those of us that don't have, we don't have a large number of residents that can really re-engage in community because of whatever their issue is, or their, the situation is. The goal is to still keep them active, keep them going. See if you can find case managers around. Like, I connect with case managers that are able to render services on their own. And it's not even like they're not doing nothing outside of the scope of their, their knowledge base. They're actually still doing what they would do in their regular workforce, but they're now doing it pro bono for me to help me with these residents. So again, it's all about setting people up for success. And that is one of the ways you can avoid liability in this space, is making sure that you're helping to equip the residents that you're housing. Because as you equip them, the gratitude, the thanksgiving, all of that stuff shows up in how they respond, how they act, how they treat each other in the home, and even how they care for your property or your program. They'll be less likely to go and do something crazy like call the police and say you did X or you did Y and you did Z. So the goal is to really just help them find their place in society and be able to grow and develop and do what they need to do. So
I love it. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back discussing how to avoid personal liability.
Absolutely.
So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF?
Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.
So I'm just talking to the Facebook family as well, right?
So I'm just you can finish that because we got to pay another bill. We'll be
but go ahead and pay a bill then.
Take a note from my two brothers, but don't follow my knucklehead brother David. Watch this.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time.
Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs.
And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense?
Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught It was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there.
And show you an active running independent living facility. What's up, YouTube? We are back.
We are back.
And again, I'm your new big brother. If you're new to us, I'm Derrick Forston. That beautiful girl is named Shay. That woman, my wife, we do this together. So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Other than you being a pastor and go and build your own church, show me something that's better that can serve people. It serves your community, and you can make enough money to feed your family. So that's what we live by. Anything that we do, and I want y'all to put number 7 in the chat if you agree with this next statement. If you want to please God, help people, be respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. Now, if you agree with that, put a number 7 in the chat. That's every business me and my family start. We say, man, can this please God? Like, will God be proud of this? Will it help people, mankind, my community?
Correct.
Will my community respect me while I do it? Will they bag this thing?
Yep. You got the
And
sevens going wild.
To feed my family.
You got the sevens going wild.
Put
on,
a number
on YouTube.
7 in the chat if that fits you and your family, because that's what I want you to change your prayer to tonight. God, I want to please you, whatever I end up doing. But God, I want to help people. And God, I want the community to be like, man, I respect that. Because I jokingly say this, but I'm serious. I was a nobody just 9 years ago. But because of this program, my community love us. And it's because of how great Shay and Derrick is. It's this program that's changing the lives of people through real estate. That's why, again, I know I sound like a broken record, y'all, but if you love God, love people, you got some patience, and you love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else. But watch this, because this is where we get super transparent. How to avoid a personal liability. One more time, and we kind of said, but I'm going to say it for the people that's taking notes. You need a general liability policy.
Correct.
Guys, I went through an embarrassing lawsuit on the Channel 8 News, and I've been sued more than once, and I'm going to take you to 2 of them right now. I had a guy that said, wink, 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 that he tripped and fell. Can I be honest with all of y'all that I usually would just only tell in my private coaching, and I'm going to be gentle on YouTube because they'll kick me off. I had a guy that broke my rules. I'm going to put it like that. He was drinking an adult beverage, got a little wobbly in his legs, and said that he fell down the stairs because of my banister that was attached to my stairs. The devil is a liar.
Correct.
And I got cameras in there. But watch this. One thing about a lawsuit that I learned years ago, a lawsuit don't have to be true, y'all.
The accusation is going to be the accusation.
Once they file it, it's up to you and your law team to prove that you didn't do whatever they said.
To defend yourself.
But guess what I didn't have, y'all big brother, and I'm embarrassed by it, but today I use it as a teaching moment. I wasn't insured. Dummy me. My sister, her name is on the building. Tiffany Map Insurance Agency. She said, Derrick, you get ready to get into a real good business, bro, but you is high in liability. I'll admit, back then, I didn't know what liability even meant. She said, Derrick, you probably don't know what that means, because she know me. She said, bro, people going to want to sue you. They're going to think you got a bunch of money, and the kind of people you're going to be working with, Derrick, they looking for a payday sometime. So you need to be covered not only by the blood of Jesus Christ, but by some good insurance.
Exactly.
Makes sense, everybody? So we're going to be covered in more than one way, not till. The Justice family, we're going to be covered by the blood, Jesus Christ, but also a good insurance policy, which is a general liability policy. Because now when somebody try that stupid stuff, you got a law team that'll go to court and fight for you while you stay at home and keep working. When I first got sued, I had to go every time. When I got that lawyer, I don't go no more. So one more time, we don't want you guys to be building this great business where you're going to care for people and then have somebody take advantage of you by trying to sue you. The devil is a liar.
Absolutely.
So still this prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I'm trying to start. I'm going to start a great program, God, you and I. And God, I ask right now for your mercy and your grace to never let somebody try to sue me for the great work that you and I going to do.
Exactly.
But God, if they do, give me a great law team. Give me a great team along with my insurance that I'm going to pay every month. That if somebody do sue me for $80,000 or $280 million, I got a plan to cover it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that makes sense. So write this down. Derrick said, get a general liability policy. I got a $5 group that if you text the word 5, now I got a bunch of coaching that's way up to 30,000 and 10 grand and 7 grand. I got a $5 group a month that goes even further about what kind of insurance, what to say, and what you say on the phone when you call the lady. You don't say, well, I got an ILF. No, you don't. I got I rent rooms to people. No, you don't. Because under my coaching, 85% of what you do gonna be your verbiage and who you say it to. You say the wrong verbiage to the wrong people, they're gonna categorize you in the wrong way.
And then as a wrong thing.
Spend $5 and get in that group. Text the word 5. Because Shay gonna keep me on a limited time tonight. Because I can talk about that for 40 minutes and I ain't got 40 minutes. Spend $5 and go change your life and watch both of my master classes that are in that group. You just text 5, F-I-V-E to 407-326-0086. And I'll admit, if you don't want to spend 16 cents a day to save your life, that ain't for you anyway. I'm trying to avoid people that won't spend $5 a month on them and their family when you say God called you to this. Now that may sound mean, but I'm serious. If you somebody that say, Derrick, why you got to charge for it? And it's $5 a month. I'm trying to avoid you, actually. I don't want you nowhere near me. And that sounds mean to some people.
You got to
invest in build something with people that want to go somewhere. And if you say God called you this and you won't spend 16 cents a day to save you an $80,000 lawsuit, your mind ain't even right to get in this and you ain't ready yet. Maybe you will be, but today you ain't. Moving on. The next thing I wanted to discuss, and I touched on this last week. Some of y'all are going to decide to go into this with a partner or a business buddy. Another thing I got sued for. I am so transparent, y'all, because I knew that when God put me in this, I quickly learned, Derrick, you're going to go through the bumps and the bruises, and your job is to go give it to people. And God said, Derrick, I'm going to take, like, you're going to go through a lot, bro, but I want you to give it to the people. So watch this. I started this 10 years ago with a knucklehead that I thought had the same vision as me, the same heart as me. Did not. So check number one for you is when your homegirl say, girl, we should do this together. Really? Y'all should have a conversation because I'd rather you keep your friendship than y'all get into this and fall out. Now y'all hate each other and you've been friends for 32 years. Ask me how I know. I'm a coach. I coach a bunch of people. And sometimes they come in together. Derrick, this is my dog. Derrick, this is my best friend. We've been best friends for 32 years. And the first week of coaching, y'all fall out because y'all couldn't even agree on the dadgum name.
Oh, where you gonna bank? Where you gonna bank at? Who you gonna bank at?
So one more time, let's use discernment because you women got something extra that us guys don't have. Y'all got common sense, but also discernment. So how to avoid personal liability? Don't start this with a partner per se unless you know they got your heart, your vision, and y'all share it together.
And also, and I add this, and make sure that you have a partnership agreement that is ironclad.
I love that.
Like if you're going to have a partner, make sure you have a partnership agreement that is ironclad and that it details everything down to the color of the sheets if you have to. Right? I mean, make sure that it details everything down, even to the aspects of what your expectations are of each other in regards to the day-to-day activities of the business, how funds are going to be allocated. All of that matters because I'm telling you, like we lived it. I went to court and stood I had to sit and remember they called me as a witness. Right? Because this gentleman decided that when he got to where he just wanted to grab the money, like he wanted the money back. Like it was times that we would go to the bank account and would be thousands of dollars missing.
Tell me why I check the bank account and I can see debit charges from a club downtown Orlando.
Yep. On the business account.
We take a business card and go to the club, bro.
And you buying bottles.
You can. And you don't do none of the work.
Nothing.
You just chasing women. I'm married and I got a great life. You change a girlfriend every 2 weeks, bro. See, Derrick, that was your fault, Derrick. The alignment wasn't there. I'm married, got a family. Not him. Single life, freshly
Loosey-goosey.
divorced and ready to have fun. That was not the right alignment.
Mhm.
So I don't care if two people catch this tonight. Be careful who you partner with.
Yeah.
I said this 2 weeks ago. Jesus chose Judas, and that joker betrayed him. So don't tell me about you been friends for 30 years. Jesus picked 12 cats to run with him. Mia. Mia said the club. Yes, Mia. Watch this, Mia.
Yeah.
Jesus chose 12 cats who he was going to change the world with. Judas was one of those guys, y'all, and betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, which would equivalent today for about probably $200 or $300. The guy that showed you everything, y'all rode together, hung together, shared together, laughed together, cried together, and turned his back on Jesus. So if Jesus chose a cat that can turn his back, y'all better be careful.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put a 0 in the chat if that means anything to you. Don't put why. Just put a 0 in the chat if that means anything to you tonight. Derrick said, be careful about who you choose to get into this with.
And be mind, like I said, and don't forget, like, if it could be, the person may even think it's petty that you even talking about, like, I want you to go and sweep the floors every 2 weeks. Like, get down to the nitty gritty on how you want to run your business, because it's going to be times that you have to go to that ILF and bust some suds. You're going to be scrubbing some toilets. You're going to be turning over beds. You're going to be cleaning up. Like, it's going to be times that you have to go in and be in the middle of things and restore order and do all of these things. And those are the things that need to be in your documents.
Guys, I'm going to say a slight comment, but I got to be careful again because it ain't the usual YouTube talk. This talk usually go in my private meetings. I did what Shay just said about 4 days ago. I'm going to be careful about this, but watch this. I went and did an ILF tour of all my places, unannounced. Usually my guys know when I'm coming. This time I came unannounced. One of my houses, I'm going to just say I wasn't so proud of. Let's just say when I left that place, everybody had a $25 rent increase and was told that tomorrow and Wednesday, we all gonna clean up together. Not that it had rats and roaches.
Right, and it wasn't
not that it was just, oh my God, there people live. It just went to the standard of second chance housing.
Correct.
How many of y'all got your own standard for where your people live at?
Yeah.
Because I done seen a lot of bad stuff. Jermaine, it wasn't that, bro. Mary Whitehead, it wasn't that.
It wasn't.
Don't think your brother had these people in rats and roaches.
It wasn't.
Mary just went to my standard and what I'm used to seeing them in. And I'll be honest, because that's just how I am. Normally, I will only say this in a private group. 3 of my guys been smoking in the house every day for the last 3 months.
Because it's too cold outside.
Y'all know I'm real big on no smoking in the house.
Exactly.
So immediately when I left, a letter went to everybody. Starting today, we got a $25 rent increase because the house manager came by while all y'all was still asleep, snoring, and all y'all got an ashtray on the side of your dresser. The devil is a liar. So I'll talk more of my private meetings in my groups with who are my one-on-one people, the collective, and my business group. I'll go way deeper with y'all. Oh, and let's just say everybody say, yes, sir, Mr. Derrick. We understand. Because somebody's thinking right now, well, Derrick, didn't they fight you about that?
Nope.
Didn't they get out? No, you better not. Because under my coaching, where I run my places, that regime I put down that day, you either go with this or you get out. Because all of y'all broke a bunch of rules. Correct. Now, I'm going to stop right there because somebody's going to be able to take this kind of talk. So I'm going to stop. But I run my program at a certain way. I believe in cleanliness. I believe in order. I believe in camaraderie, meaning everybody going to get along together. You have no choice in here. We're going to all grow and be good together, because if we can't, somebody got to go. Now, I'm going to change that subject. But
so let me just add this. I'm going to add this.
Go ahead, Shay.
So now note that when Derrick goes, no, they can't. But I'm going to say this. Note this. When Derrick goes and lays down the law like that, and they see me in tow, they curl up. They feel so like they disappointed me. So like I didn't go in the house because I was actually on a call. And when I finally got up to go into the house, Derrick was already walking out, and all of the guys were like, it was like a duck with his little ducklings.
Yeah.
Derrick walked out and all of his little ducklings were following. And I said, so how was the walkthrough? And one of the residents went, we messed up. And was honest enough to tell me. And I said, what you mean you messed up? And he started telling me what was going on. And I said, but you know what happens. Like, why? Help me to understand why. And this is exactly how I talked to him. Help me understand why. Like, why was it so important to break the rules that keep you housed? Why? Miss Shay,
and when I reviewed
lazy.
the camera, now I'm gonna make y'all laugh now, right? When I reviewed the camera, guess what I saw? I saw what I always see. My guys got a Monopoly board game, and they also got a casino. They got fake money with the chips and everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll zoom in, and boy, they gambling, and they bomb, and they talking to each other, all that. This time, though, they smoking. Yeah, they got a little loose, Jermaine. They smoking. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I had to go and lay the law down.
Yeah.
How would I have known that if I don't go by and check on that place, though?
Correct.
And I also tell you guys, I don't hide this. That's one of the ones I hardly ever go to because it's so well behaved.
And that's the thing. Like,
and it's far from me. And again, watch this, y'all. Not that these are bad guys. They are still the best guys I got behaviorally.
Yeah, they're
but
awesome
in
guys.
terms of what I put up with and what the place should look like and smell like, it didn't meet my standards. Everybody got a $25 increase that day. And they all said, Derrick, we understand. Because you know why? It's in my paperwork.
Tess said they got loose. Yeah, they got real loose.
Tess, you should have saw them, Tess. They got the fake money in their hands. They got the roulette chips, the red, the black. Guys, y'all are see like, oh my God, they really. But dog, you can't be in here smoking. That's when you got too loose.
And a lot of it, and I'm gonna be honest, and it's not an excuse, right? And this is why in the winter months it is so, especially if you're in areas.
Miss Rhonda.
I'm gonna say this, especially if you're in areas like Florida, right? We saw some unprecedented cold snaps. These are the times when you got to go pop up because they're gonna get so uncomfortable with the weather that that will trigger the excuse for bad behavior. And that's what this was. And even after enforcing what we enforced, there was no fight. There was no pushback. There was actually I say it all the time. They knew it. They knew.
They didn't even argue. Like, guys, nobody argued. Because watch this. Not being funny or anything, but guys, y'all hear how strict I can be on my clients. Don't get it twisted. I'm the nicest guy in America. And the reason why that I can go and say everybody rent $25 now up higher, because I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Guys, my name is Second Chance, by the way. Remember? Yep. So I give my guys so many breaks and second chances that by the time I lay the hammer, they already know it's time.
It's time for the hammer.
Because if I discharge a guy from my program, he know it's time to go. Because I done gave him 1, 2, 3, 8 chances. Yep. So that's why, and again, you run your program how you want to. But I run my program in such a way where 98% of the time, they know the go-lucky, nice Derrick.
Yeah.
But there's 2% of that time where nobody want to meet that Derrick. And that's when I got to lay the law down to create that structure that allows it to behave so well. And you get so many of these because of that.
Yeah.
So one more time, and you just join us. I'm the nicest guy in the world. I just want a strict program because I ran it real loose.
Yeah.
Like that casino thing, I can turn that into a movie. In fact, I should pull that footage and show y'all. But that casino scene when everybody got money in their hand and they gambling with fake money, guys, that's exciting to me to see them having fun. But you can't smoke in my place.
They're having fun.
Don't let the fun break my rules, Shay.
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing. Like we even told them. So like prime example, Derrick can do something and it stick. But if I come back and I put another layer on top of that, it's like they hurt their mom's feelings. And they're all well over our age. Like they're all way over. And it's like they get the mom and the dad with us because it's times that we go and we just hang out. Like we don't just go. And because we work together, Derrick and I go together, I can go to these houses and relax with these gentlemen by myself and not have a problem or care in the world. you know, they really respect me and stuff like that, and I can go and
They're more
straighten
afraid
them.
of shade than they are me at
Right.
times.
And
Yeah.
so when that happened and Derrick reported back and his ducklings saw me in the car because they didn't realize I was there. And when they all came out following behind him, y'all, it was the funniest sight. I knew it had gone wrong because the way they all came trickling out after Derrick, and they all were like, well, Mr. Derrick, Mr. Derrick. So I said, well, what happened? We messed up. We messed up, Miss Shay. We really messed up this time. And, you know, we know that that's going to get into our summer budget and it's going to really affect what you guys do for us. Because summertimes is fun time. We're going to have all the fun in the world. We planning all these different types of outings and all this stuff for these guys. And they already know because we do it every summer.
Yep.
Right outside of the ladies spa day and all of this stuff. So again, they were even educated that this was a liability issue, right? We've already had an instance before with someone smoking and it almost becoming a real situation.
Yo.
And we even readdressed that.
Everybody
like,
in our house gonna smoke. Just
yeah, everybody's gonna smoke.
90% of your people gonna smoke.
Yeah, so just, you know, that's another liability. Smoking in the house is a liability. What happens if somebody falls asleep with a cigarette and then it hits, it falls on the mattress? You want to see a quick fire?
That's
all right.
In that mattress.
Okay.
Real fast.
And that's one of the things that I talk about all the time. Like, you guys have a place to reside. Can you imagine if one of y'all would have fell asleep and then that's the way I come at that.
Yeah.
And I say, and then we burn the house down. What happens next? You gonna look at me? You're going to look at me to come and help bail y'all out of this. No.
And watch this, y'all, because this usually also goes deeper into my coaching, but I'm feeling graceful tonight. So if you're taking notes, listen really slowly to the next phrase I'm getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Even though y'all heard me say, I told them that the rent is going up $25, that didn't come from Derrick. I'm going to teach you guys how, even though I said it, I'll even go into in that private coaching with you guys in the group, how I brought another buddy of mine. And he served as the program manager who my tenants don't know.
And got there before we did.
Watch this. So Derrick didn't raise the rent. Derrick is trying to save y'all. So to my clients, I'm saying, man, y'all really embarrassed me today, man. You know, Mr. Mike came by and all y'all in here sleep and it smelled like smoke.
Yep.
So if you taking notes and hearing of what I'm putting down, guys, Derrick never delivers bad news. It always was my program. My program said rent going up $25, not Derrick. Put a wink in the chat if you feel where I'm coming from. Or put a number 9 in the chat, how I make Derrick look like the good guy. I'm the guy that's trying to keep y'all here and not get kicked out. But Mr. Mike that walked through here today and saw and smelt this place, he ready to put all of y'all out of here.
And then called up.
I went to bed and saved all y'all.
Yeah. So
if you're picking up what I'm putting down, put a 9 in the chat.
So all right.
Shay, I think we're done for the day.
Yeah.
Answer 2 questions and I'm gonna get out of here.
So let's go. Give us 2 questions. And while you give us those 2 questions, Katara.
Today.
I want Katara to holler at me in the chat. Katara, Jermaine, Tia, and a few of y'all that heard me.
Before we do that, because you finna cut up. Before Shay act up a little bit, watch this, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we coming right back.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Tiffany, and I'm the founder and executive director for Upward and Onward Jacksonville, Inc. First, I want to congratulate you for joining the ILF Masterclass, as this is your initial step, your first step for creating impact. So I came under Forston Consultants going on 2 years now, and I love it because their mentorship and their coaching is head on, side by side. They stay with you from the beginning and still now, even with me having multiple ILFs, they're still providing their coaching, their skills, and their knowledge, and just their support overall. They help with forms. They help with teaching you how to communicate with those property managers for the facilities and also those social workers, just giving you that extra push, those extra nuggets that you absolutely need to be successful in the ILF community. So I would like to say, come on over. Come over. We would love to have you. And just like my brother and sister stated, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is the place for you. You will not regret it. You will love it, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And also with the CRM, don't tell Derrick, but yes, I'm still working. He cringes when I say that, but I'm still working my 9 to 5, but only because of their CRM, that comes with their mentorship, has allowed me to actually still be in a space that I love in my community, doing social work. I am a social worker, with doing these things and also being impactful with housing. So come on over. We would love to have you. Don't think about it. Do not, because you're going to think yourself out of it. But, pray on it for sure. And we'll love to see you over with the ILF family. Talk to you later.
All right, we are back again. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Right before Shay goes into her story, I want to show the Rogers family one thing, just one thing, and I'm gone. Rogers family, you guys asked me where all of this came from really quickly in less than 2 minutes, because usually I'll need 30 minutes to do this.
Start counting, Jermaine.
Jermaine's going to be impressed how I'm going to do this in less than, 2 minutes is what? 120?
120
less
seconds.
than 120 seconds. Watch this, Rogers family. I used to be the social worker. I told you that. These are the conditions that I saw when I took one Saturday and said, let me go see what they look like for myself, because nobody won't teach me. So I ran into a lot of the rats and the roaches, and the same girl that was housing people in this kind of conditions, she was making 41 grand a month. So I often ask, if you made 41 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit? And that was probably 30 seconds. So I'm good on time. So, and then the part that broke my heart is that when I took that Saturday and saw that lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, that girl said that she was paying $750 y'all to live on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that's where it came from. I'm no genius. Lucky for me, Shay tricked me to go to college, y'all, and I got a degree in human services, and that's where the job came from. And as I still got 1 minute left, Jermaine, my mission now is to show you guys how to do it, because I've been through the bumps, the bruises, all the mistakes in the Channel 8 News so that you don't have to. So everybody visit forstonconsultants.com just to see what we offer. But the quickest thing is March 28th, Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
In Orlando, it's a live event. It's called the ILF Anywhere Tour. And 10 people that purchase the VIP ticket, that's only $297, you gonna come and tour the ILF after we learn and grow together for about 2 hours. And I still got time, and I'm done, actually. So that's it. That's the only thing I wanted to show the Rogers family where that came from, because I'm no genius.
Wow.
I just saw a lady doing this, making 41 grand.
I'm impressed.
And I was making 28 grand a year. That's easy math for me. Meaning that I was already helping people. Why not do it on a bigger level? So that's why we reach out to the nurses, LPNs, CNAs. So if you are already in healthcare, you understand already kind of how to care for people. You got the compassion already. Let's now add real estate to it. And we call those independent living facilities, which do not require a license. You don't have to own the property, and no $30,000 sprinkler system. Visit forstonconsultants.com to see all the stuff that we offer. And then we go live 7 days a week right here for free. So put a 0 in the chat if you enjoyed today, just the free content. That $5 group is going to be your first step for most people. Text 5 to the phone number that's 407 326 0086.
I'm laughing at the chat. I love it.
Tiana, I've been done now.
She said he did it, Jay.
Tiana, I've been done.
He did it, Tiana. He did it.
All right, guys. So that's it, Shay.
Okay, Katara's here. So I'm going to answer the one question that came in, and then I'm going to get messy real quick. Okay, y'all? Not messy. It's a good messy. So Katara, Jermaine, any of y'all that have been in several of where I told Derrick that I wanted something. I really wanted something. And just let me know if y'all remember. And I asked y'all before we ended the room to say something and prophesy over.
You said, Katara, say.
Get the keys. Derrick, get the keys. Anyway, so let's leave that there and let's go to this question. So Tiana asked, can we house a video? No.
Cool though.
I'm gonna push that.
Yeah,
that's gonna go.
Cool.
I'm gonna probably have that go live probably by this weekend.
Oh, she said get the truck. So you said truck.
Oh, that's what I said?
She said,
Okay.
get the truck.
Anyway, can we house individuals with service animals? So, for one,
Who said
here's
that?
Tiana.
Okay.
Hold on, Derrick, because I want to educate really quickly without going too into detail. You have to know the difference. There are legit service animals, and then there are people that go online and purchase these licenses or these agreements,
That
and
gonna
they're
be the
really
ones that call you, Tiana.
right.
You
So
get
you've
none of the
got
real ones.
you've got to be able to specify the two, right? If it's a legit service animal, or is it a emotional support pet?
A pit bull that's 85 pounds that he got from the shelter that he calling that.
Mm-hmm. So you've got to specify. Now, with that, your liability is going to go up. You're going to find different issues in regards to that. So you've got to go through some, and that's something that we're going to talk about in our one-on-one coaching and in the collective, because there is a need for that. Now, how do you approach that need is something completely different, because again, it's going to impact several pieces of your safety net, right? Your security, like your liability insurance. How are all of the other members of the ILF acclimating? Are you doing a house with 8 people and they got 8 pets? Like, that's a whole different story. Like, so you've got to kind of look at that from a different perspective. So that is something that we'll dive into a lot deeper into the collective or into our ILF family talk, because that is something that, again, we will help you build, and we'll help you build out structure for that. And we'll also help you navigate the policies and the procedures that you need to implement to make sure that you're operating within your liability, your insurances. So you don't want to be operating outside to nullify your insurances. So
but
that's
also
that.
Just to drop your fear of that a little
Yeah.
bit, 98% of people that's going to call you with that, it's not even going to be real.
Yeah.
Right. And then my one-on-one people and the collective people, I'll admit, they get a little bit of a different language than, like, right now. YouTube can't handle how I answer that. That question actually can get you in trouble if you word it the wrong way. So in my one-on-one coaching or the collective, I go a lot deeper into what you say. So whether you want to say no to that or yes, both sides have got some coaching into it. But I'll just tell you right now, if you say the wrong thing, that can get you in trouble.
Yeah, you can get in
with
trouble.
That 2% that may have a real service animal.
Right.
But trust me, most people gonna have an 85-pound pit bull with 3 puppies. He gonna go online and get a fake certificate and present it to you. That ain't who you even dealing with. Okay, so just know that.
Cynthia asks, do we offer Klarna? Yes, we do.
Klarna and Afterpay.
It's at checkout. So if you go to our website, Forston Consultants, FORSTON Consultants with an S on the end.com, and you'll see our services or our packages, and you can go ahead and it's right there. Choose which one you're looking for.
In fact, we'll be going over that even before I close tonight. So but I want Shay to tell her story first, though.
All right, so Katara, Jermaine, guess what? I got the keys. Your boy did it. Shanye Shay has the keys. We got the keys, guys.
Shay's got a dream truck.
We got the keys. We got the keys. When you work hard, you get to play hard and spend hard too. But thank God for this guy. He blessed me with my dream vehicle. And we're gonna, if you join us, I actually just finished doing some of the rough editing. We took you on the journey with us, and it is comical.
We made
we messed up big time in this process.
But y'all know us. We shared it and we talked behind it. So I made a mistake, y'all. Like, I'm gonna take the blame for this. I made a mistake moving a little fast on something, and we put it all on camera.
So the goal is to have it.
Hide it. We won't.
Yeah, I want to announce the release probably on Saturday. Because I did the rough edits. The rough edits are done on all of the footage, because we literally took you on the full day of us out car shopping. I have technically had this vehicle for a week and 2 days.
Yeah.
So I've been hiding this secret from y'all. Saturday will make 2 weeks, but I've had this vehicle. When Derrick said on that Saturday that he was going to take me to go look at some cars, he not only took me to look at some vehicles, but he actually purchased my dream vehicle.
We left with it the same day.
We left with it that same day.
After a big mistake that we learned something about that we're going to teach
y'all got to watch it. So join us on Married to the Mission. I'm gonna announce the release of that 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 video, because I think it is epic. Y'all gonna see us in all our glory, okay? Being like, it is so like, I watched it as I was editing it, and I had my niece who lives in the UK. We were on a WhatsApp FaceTime call, and she was like, "What are you editing?" Because she calls me mom. And I said, "I'm editing this video." She's talking about, "Hurry up and edit it because I want to watch it. What are y'all talking about? What is happening?" She thought it was hilarious just from hearing it. So just know that it will be uploaded on Married to the Mission. And that is our second channel.
Tell them, or do they have to watch the video to see?
Oh, y'all want to know what I got? Should I tell them what I got?
I think they should watch the video to see.
So watch the video to see. And that's going to give me more.
This way, y'all. She didn't want a Toyota Corolla. If she wanted that, I'd have bought 3 of them. But
just know I emptied the lint out of his pockets. Your boy's pockets are lintless, okay? They ain't got no dust bunnies, no nothing. And again, it's all it just goes to show that, you know, when you're consistent in what you do and you do it well, and this isn't just from one business, like we run multiple businesses, and the blessing of it all is that they all started from having the freedom to be able to say goodbye to our 9-to-5s. Well, mine was more than a 9-to-5, but anyway, and go out there and do business for yourself. And really work hard. Like, we work harder now than we've worked on anybody's jobs. And it's not laborious. It's not this labor intensive. Oh my God, why am I doing this? It's a labor of love. It gives us the opportunity to, you know, do other things, initiatives. Like right now, I work in the office somewhere at someone else's office every Monday, you know, because I have that freedom to do so. And then I get to see other people's businesses bloom and blossom because I get to consult them and see them grow and be able to implement certain things. And not even from the ILF standpoint, these are other organizations like the tattoo parlor, the physician's office, the churches that I get to kind of go in and be on their executive team and help them facilitate different things. And it's amazing. So just know that, you know, we're not saying this to be boastful, but the vehicle is not only a blessing to me, it's a blessing to the Angela Denise Foundation. It's a blessing to Second Chance Housing, because now we can do even more with our residents, because we have the capacity to carry them.
Yep. And I want to do something really quickly. There was a lady that was asking earlier, and I want to just let everybody know, because I don't want to just take for granted you guys know who we are and what we do. So I want to show you guys how we offer what we offer. So as I said earlier, we're live 7 days a week here, guys. I'm hard to miss. I got something from free all the way to 30 grand. So we tell people, you get in wherever you fit in, right? You know how God is tugging at your heart, right? So we, again, 7 days a week, 7 p.m. So subscribe right here at Forston Consultants. But also, please subscribe to Married to the Mission. That's where you see a lot of our behind the scenes stuff, and even us buying this thing that we just talked about. So if 25 of y'all can do that right now, I would really appreciate that. We're trying to get the subscribers up on that channel as well, right? I'm not trying to hide that. So if 25 y'all can go and do that right now, if you can multitask, Married to the Mission.
Yep.
And Mary Whitehead, if you ain't subscribed,
I'm gonna come get you.
I'm gonna have a fit, Mary. Make sure you go over there, Mary. Jermaine, Teal, all y'all regular people, like
our family.
Now, this is what I spoke about earlier, right? We got a group that's $5 a month. And let me just give you the biggest selling point about this $5. 2 of my master classes that usually you would have to pay thousands of dollars for is in this group. So the ILF master class, the latest one I just did, y'all, is in that group. Over 2 hours of me coaching like I coach my one-on-one people, not YouTube talk. One more time, that is not YouTube talk. That's my one-on-one coaching inside of a $5 group. And then the other masterclass inside of it is called the HRA, the Housing Referral Agent. I taught on that for 1 hour and 30 minutes of how can you get started, right, with no property and just your cell phone that can still make money. So please text the word 5 to 407-326-0086. And a lot of people start right here and grow from this group. And then they get either the DIY or the collective group coaching or the one-on-one. The next one, which is now I'll admit my favorite, every 14 days, I'm in your face with the collective.
It's fun.
Big shout out to Antonia if she's here.
Yep, she's here.
Antonia, are you still here?
She's here. She was here
Shout me
earlier.
out in the chat. Let me show y'all an example of what it means to invest in yourself. Let's just say
So
my
powerful.
collective, guys, I think it's $5,000 for group coaching for a whole year. Every 14 days, I'm in your face. Can somebody do the math on this in the chat? Because somebody gonna miss the math on
She's
this.
here.
Perfect. Somebody go to Chat GPT, because I'm not asking none of y'all to be a mathematician. Somebody go to Chat GPT right now and say, hey, I spent $5,000 on something and it brought me back $45,000. Can y'all tell me the math on what is the percentage of the come up?
Can I
If I'm correct in that, that's about an 800% up.
Yeah.
You spent $5,000.
Yeah.
That means you 9x your money times 9. Am I wrong about that?
Let me do the math.
She came to one. She's been to what? 2 or 3 coaches?
3 collectives. I think you're
and
3.
She got a whole year with me. She ran one play I gave her at the bank. And watch this, y'all. What's real cool about it, I'm not a credit guru. I'm not a credit guy. I'm not a credit counselor. But because I take so much coaching and I give it to y'all, I gave her one play to go run. She ran it and walked out the bank with $45,000. 2 lines of credit and 1 business credit card. That's what it means to invest in yourself. And now if you're real smart, because if some of y'all run that same play she did, because what my coaches teach me, get the bag, meaning the money. Don't go start the business. That's dumb. Get the coaching. Pay for the coaching now. She was just blessed enough to where she bought the coaching first. She already had that. And now already got her money back in less than 3 sessions with me. And she got me the whole year. Every 14 days, I'm in her face on a Zoom call. That's what my group coaching is. Guys, it's only $5,000 and it'll change your life. We got Antoinette $45,000. I'm saying her name wrong, ain't I? I miss her name. Sis, I always miss sis name.
You was good.
Antonia or Antonia? Antonia. Antonia, just 8 weeks ago, you didn't know you was going to meet some loudmouth guy from Orlando and that he was going to show you how to walk out the bank with $45,000.
You said it, Derrick. It's 800%.
I know it is. I ain't good at math.
Yeah, your profit compared to
return.
So your profit compared to what you invested was 800%.
Come on, man. She 9x'd her money, guys.
8x.
8x'd it. 5 times 8 is what 40? 9 times 5 is 45.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna minus
anybody.
Yeah.
And Antoinette, if I'm lying, please call me a liar right now on YouTube. Because one thing about the internet, if you lying and fronting, they're gonna put you out.
Oh Lord, she said, and I got more.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus.
And she came to me to learn the ILF. And I gave her a credit play that sounds like she gonna have over $60,000 because of one thing I told her to go do.
But let me show you this real quick as we're wrapping up, right? She said she didn't even realize that. And it's good to always think of it like this, right? Whenever you're doing something and you've put money into it, you want to always look for the return, whether it's a fiscal return or even an information-based return. In this case, it's dual for Antonia, right? She's applying the information. She's also like she
did what we call move at the speed of instruction.
This is powerful because she said she got more.
That's what I'm trying.
So we'll talk about that next collective.
She didn't even come to me for this, Miss Tess. Tess, you thinking she paid me for that? That's a part of my coaching just because of so much is inside of me. I said, guys, I took a class a couple years ago and paid about $20,000 from it. The guy said, go and do this, this, and this.
Run with it.
I paid $20,000 to learn that. She gave me 5 and went and got 45 and got more pending. That's what it means to invest in yourself. She's not even in my one-on-one coaching, y'all.
Can I tell you something? Most people, and I'll say this, and hear me, and I'm not saying this as a knock. People don't realize what, like, people are, I see in the free group, what I'm paying for coaching for. It's not even just the ILF. You don't even realize what other people have that they hold inside them and the information, the knowledge that they have to help you get further faster. And not only that, but to help you develop in other areas, not just in the area of a specific thing. Because a lot of consultants, good consultants, and I'm going to toot our horn because we don't just stew. Y'all don't even realize, like, we consult some big names.
Yeah.
And like tomorrow, we have a
At 1
collective at 1 o'clock
Yeah.
that we've been pouring into for the last month and a
6
half.
and 7-figure people that want nothing to do with an ILF. Guys, I
Correct.
coach a group of about 16 people.
Yep.
There's 6 and 7. I think one of them are 8-figure people.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to do with what we do, y'all. They're just business people.
And we've got other things that we've been able
a lot
to.
of that coaching that they pay a lot for.
Yeah. So like just know that, right? And we're not saying that to toot our horns, but we've invested so
That's
heavily.
a toot, man, when you can tell somebody something and they go take and they spend
you
5 and get 45 and more pending.
Toot.
and watch this. If you're not a hater, and I know some of y'all did it, can 10 of y'all just put in the chat, not me, but congratulations, sis. Tell Antonia congratulations, y'all, because she moved at the speed of instruction. Had no clue when she signed up for my coaching, she was gonna get a credit play. Antonia, if I'm wrong, call me a liar in the chat.
That's a heck of a credit play.
If I'm wrong, tell me. But I don't think you signed up for me to get credit repair or a credit play. But how cool was it? Because you invested in yourself, it came along the way.
And what people don't realize is let's just move on. Let's move on.
That's the collective, which is what you can see on that screen.
Right.
Most recommended.
Because you got to see us consistently.
Watch this. I'll admit, most people want this though. They want me in their back pocket. Because you know the difference? Antonia can't really get my phone number. The group collective people can't call me. The one-on-one people can. And what I just started Monday, y'all, and none of y'all even know because I ain't sailing over these waves yet. This program is $7,500, but it's got a guarantee on it now. I'm so confident that this works in 12 months that if it don't work, I added a coaching guarantee inside of it. If it don't work and you ain't got started, I coach you another 6 months for free. I just started that Monday. So the one-on-one coaching is got a coaching guarantee. If you do everything we tell you to do, come to all your appointments. If you ain't got started in a year, I coach you for another 6 months on me. Because watch this. Most of my people in 3 to 6 months, they got this thing. Some people 9 months. But if you can't get this up and running in 12 months and you following everything we telling you, I guarantee you I'll coach you for another 6 months for free. This one's $7,500 and comes with a guarantee.
And there's
that's one-on-one coaching. All the paperwork, the CRM system, all the tools you needed in terms of AI to run this business when you go to the Bahamas and take a vacation. This business keeps running because of the system we give you. Shay, I'm sorry.
So Miss Cynthia wanted to know what package did Antonia get? She has the collective.
The group coaching, the collective.
She has the ILF Mastery Blueprint.
That's the one where
collective.
I'm in your face every 14 days. So every 2 weeks we meet live via Zoom. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and Shay can tell you this. The first day we met her, I said, this girl gonna be all right. She gonna be good because everything I said, she just did it. I can tell as a coach, y'all, how well y'all gonna do from probably y'all first 2 weeks. And it's how you move. Everybody can move at their own speed and do things their own way under the coaching. But me as a coach, I coach so many people, I can tell the success of people almost within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And she's one of them because when I say do this, she does it. And again, that just now garnered her a 45. How many of y'all can't even put 45? I'm gonna just count what's here because that's extra. How many of y'all can't save 45 grand in a whole year? She got it in 1 day.
And she could use it as she pleases.
So some of you guys said, well, Derrick, how I'm going to raise my own capital? If you come to the coach and I gave a play that'll change your life. How many of y'all could use $45,000 right now to pour into your business or your life? I hate to say it that way, but or your life to better, because that can mean coaching. Because I coached them other 16 people. Don't take this credit play from me and go get 80 grand and go start a business. That's dumb. Go get coaching for said business. Right. I don't care if it's to cook a red velvet cake, start a daycare, or house the homeless. Whatever it is, go get the coaching and then set yourself for success. Yeah. Oh, I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Is Jermaine and Tess the only two that would say yes to that money, that 45 grand to help y'all and Tiana? Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving on. No, it's also Tiana there too from Jacksonville.
Dang, you really messed up her name.
Watch this. And this is where I love to call out the people that say, Derrick, I don't need you every day. Derrick, I don't need your phone number. This is Jermaine Mills, y'all. Y'all hear me call Jermaine name 3 or 4 times a night. Jermaine said, Derrick, I can move at the speed of instruction, bro. And as long as you give me all your paperwork, you build that website, Derrick, give me that CRM system, and Derrick, give me all your coaching that's already recorded. Derrick, I can move on my own. That's the DIY people. This was only $997, and we still give you my $8,000 worth of paperwork. Guys, when I got sued and made the Channel 8 news and I still got that clipping, that lawyer charged me $8,000 to build my paper. He said, Derrick, if you want to be structured and you want to not get in trouble, sign this contract. Y'all, it was $8,000. Guys, I give y'all that paperwork, even the DIY. So if you good at math, my paperwork is worth more than what you get from that package. And now look at what Jermaine just put in the chat. I now have 20 beds. Can somebody do 20 times 850 in the chat, please? Anybody do 20 people that you took from homeless to hopeful that would be sleeping on the street without you? Somebody put 20 beds times 850. That's what you now make every month versus going to a 9-to-5 job. I told you, most of y'all can get 2 of these houses and walk off of your job.
Come on now.
Guys, Jermaine got 2 houses and got 20 beds. That means he went and got some big old houses. And that's country, but he got some big old houses.
Big old houses.
And that guy only got the DIY.
Right.
So that's why I tell people, man, you choose the coaching package according to your learning style. So if you a knucklehead like me and don't get stuff real fast, get one-on-one coaching. If you said, Derrick, you gonna teach me every 14 days, bro, on Zoom, I like that. I want accountability and I want to grow together with people. That's the group coaching called the collective. If you said, Derrick, I don't need none of that, bro, because I'm busy. I want to do this at my own pace, at my own speed. You get the DIY. And watch this. 90% of y'all should probably also think about starting here, because the HRA Business in the Box stands for Housing Referral Agency. That means you can do what we do, but you don't need the house. You can make referrals to people. You can refer to people that's already got the property and make $300, $400, and $500 per referral. And that's how a lot of my people get started. With the HRA, they get so many calls for keep referring. They say, man, you know what? Let me get my own house now. I'm coaching a guy right now. He's in that mode. Derrick, I done referred out 7 people just this week. Derrick, last week, I referred out 10. I think it's time to get my own now, bro, because that would have been 17 people. He would have been on Jermaine's level by now. So I'm looking in the chat. I see 16. I see 17.
It's 17.
Y'all give me one number now.
It's 17.
It's 17, Shay?
It's 17.
20 people times 850.
17.
How many of y'all would appreciate doing God's will, helping people, and making $17,000 every 30 days of your life?
And that's gross.
Even though he got light bill and water bill and insurance, God, that's a lot of money per month. And that's 2 houses. And imagine this, you're doing God's will, you're helping people, God respects it and backs it, and your community think you the dadgum hero. That's what I'm talking about. So the HRA Business in the Box, guys, is only $397. And what's cool, I still give you my CRM system. So
test that. I'm watching the HRA masterclass right now.
Exactly. So can everybody just do me a favor and then we gone? Everybody put in the chat right now, which one of these coaching packages would you choose according to your learning style?
Right.
Will you go DIY because you need me right in your back pocket? And
Not
you can call
DIY.
me every day. I'm sorry. One-on-one coaching. I'm in your back pocket. You can call me Monday through Friday. You got set meetings with me whenever you want them. And then you also come to the collective coach every 14 days on me.
Oh my God.
So that's what's cool. Hold on. That's what's cool about the one-on-one people. They come to the every 14 days coaching with the collective because I just spoil y'all. So will you get the one-on-one coaching? Will you get the collective group coaching and meet me every 14 days? Because if that's not enough, you need that one-on-one. Or will you be like Jermaine Mills and say, Derrick, I can do this on my own speed and get the DIY? Or will you say, Derrick, you know what? I'm going to start somewhere, bro. And I'm going to start with my cell phone and learning that HRA. Because Derrick, I heard you say the HRA is the most important thing to learn to get the phone to ring. So Derrick, I'm going to start there. Everybody put in the chat right now where you feel like you should start. Collective, group coaching, or DIY? Or do you start with the $5 group? Put in the chat, then I'm gonna give it over to Shay. Shay, on you.
I'm just looking at what Jermaine put in the chat.
$5,000 in bills, mine is 17,000. Can somebody put that in the chat? Sounds like 12 grand to me.
12 grand to me.
Guys, I couldn't imagine numbers like this when I was a social worker making 28 grand a year.
And I can guarantee you, like, like with that, Jermaine, I know you're impacting the people that you serve, right? So don't think that Jermaine's just pocketing that money and running off to wherever, Grenada and Bermuda and Bahamas and Barbuda and all over the place, right? But you got to realize that when we're able to impact like this, there are other things that we're able to do as well.
Yeah.
Like there's pizza parties, there's dinner parties, there's different things that we're we're going back and doing for our residents just to say thank you, right? It's not just about gimme. No, it's how can we help you all succeed. So anyway,
yeah,
Derrick,
everyone should start with at least a $5 group, and then you grow from that. Miss Sint said, "Hey, just now got unemployed. I'm starting exactly.
Yeah.
Start somewhere, because inside of that group is both of the
master
classes, ILF,
yeah,
and the HRA. One last thing, and I'm going because somebody didn't know this, or they actually just may not believe it. So let me show you something really quickly, right? Right here is what Shay and I always explain. If you go to the uspto.com and look up independent living facility, you're going to see my name and Shay's name there. We are the trademark owners of this model. So who else, and why would you want to learn it from somebody else?
Right.
Most of them are trying to copy us anyway. And I have over a decade of experience in mental health and housing. So again, I'm your new big brother. I'm Derrick Forston. Follow me on Facebook too, guys, at Derrick Forston. Give me a friend request. I want to see 35 requests a day. Be my friend, but more importantly, go and be nosy. Look at what I'm today. We posted 32 times on my personal page. Mm-hmm. All information about how you can get started. So one more time, y'all, I posted 32 times a day on my personal page. That's outside of what my team does for me all day long. I want to be hard to miss on social media. I want to be easy for you to find me.
Yeah.
So one more time, become my friend at Derrick Forston. Follow us at Forston Consultants everywhere else. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, both of them, Forston Consultants, to learn this. And then Married to the Mission, when you just want to kick back and get some laughs and see how we do life outside of this. Yeah. How do we not argue and fight all the time?
And we fight.
What do we
fuss.
do
We
in
don't
our
fight.
dead time? Because this business, y'all, don't take all day long. Mm-hmm. If you a nurse, you work 12 hours a day. Put number 1 in the chat if you're a nurse. Mm-hmm. This don't take 12 hours.
Yeah, because we even
starting
did
out, you
Friday.
can do this in 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And go home and have yourself some lunch or go start another business. My name is Derrick Forston. I approve this message. I love you guys like a fat kid loves chocolate cake. And my prayer for all of y'all is that you move at the speed of instruction and that God gives you the mind of Christ and an able body to do what he's called you to do. I love y'all. Shay, bless the people. We out of here.
I'm Shanya Shay Forston. I got the keys, y'all. I got the keys. No, I'm just joking. But no, super excited. Look forward to, again, always getting this opportunity to spend time with you all, share what we do on a daily basis. And again, be encouraged, stay encouraged, and get out there and do something for someone that may never be able to repay you. Be light in darkness, be a gift to someone, and let someone truly come to, 1, the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, and 2, truly just to be able to identify themselves and know that they're loved and they're wanted, just by you providing housing. So I love y'all and God bless y'all. That's all I got to say.
Now unto him
that is able to do
exceedingly abundantly
above all that we can ever ask, think, or imagine,
according to the power that worketh in us and in your family. Father God, thank you so much again for the seed that was sown tonight. Thank you for the ability to give so graciously, God, what I feel like you just gave Shay and I. God, I thank you even for that Shay and I don't have a crab in a bucket mentality. Thank you that we want to share the goodness of God and what you've given us through this real estate play that is called independent living facilities. God, thank you for the mind of Christ to be able to give Shay the idea to even to incorporate it. Thank you for the trademark. And God, thank you again for allowing us to share it all over the world. Because God, as I promised you, I would never take any credit. So right now, everybody, listen to me tell y'all, God is the reason for all of this. And without God, this is baloney. but with God, it can change your city when it comes to affordable housing. So, Father God, thank you. Thank you for allowing us and these people to get into it. And God, we'll be ever so careful to give you the credit, all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And God, keep us away from the knuckleheads that don't want to change their life. God, send the people that are praying every day for a nice place to live. And one more time, Father God, allow us to do this with integrity, with grace. Allow us to give grace when needed.
Yes.
Allow us to be stern when it calls for it. But allow people to see the Jesus in us as we operate these facilities. And one more time, God, we give you the credit. In fact, God, I say that we decrease so that you can increase inside of us. Allow the right people to see our program. Allow our names to be on the tongues of the right people. And Father God, allow no devil in hell to stop what you've given these people in terms of a vision to get started. Allow their city to get behind them and back it. Allow their city to get behind them and back this idea.
Yes.
Allow nobody to try to stop it, because God, we're doing good work. Give us grace. God, give us patience. And one more time, we pray for the mind of Christ to make great decisions. And God, I pray for financial gain as well. So God, sometimes it's hard to do your will without the right finances. But you are a God that owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. You have it all. God, disperse your monetary blessings upon these people so that they can get started without mistake. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 And amen.
Amen. You guys be
God
great.
bless y'all.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern.
If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derrick. I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those two words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that, but and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property, and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules, is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association, because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? Like, what kind of mistakes that you made?
David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events.
Well, I'm gonna just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. What does that mean?
David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derrick could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy.
Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF?
Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right, choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults, which just so happens to be my favorite.